Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOSLC, Lisa Barlow doubles down Whitney is the real liar. Since The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City premiered, Lisa Barlow and Whitney Rose have been at odds. Except for those few moments of peace in Season 3 when they had a common enemy, the women have been at each other's throats. The Season 5 premiere was no different as it ended with the two of them hurling accusations across a dinner table. Now Lisa is giving her side of the story. Early in the premiere, we see Lisa getting together with Angie Katsasingas and Heather Gay for a catch-up 2 weeks before the setting of the episode, Lisa's Valentine's Day party, Bezos. She tells her friends she is inviting Whitney to her party, even though she is mad about what Whitney said during an appearance on former Bachelor Nick Viall's podcast. On the podcast, Whitney claimed that Lisa never apologizes for anything and that she only cares about being right. Before proclaiming, Lisa has always been the villain of the show. When the ladies sat down to their V-Day dinner, Whitney immediately leaned into Lisa and asked what they needed to talk about. After some nasty back and forth with claims of lying and narcissism, Whitney says she stands by her claims Lisa is the villain of the show. Lisa responded, "I will be your villain, bid." After fans got to see their fight on the season premiere, Lisa sat down with virtual reality to give her side of the drama. She claims Whitney is only coming after her in an attempt to stay relevant, saying she doesn't have a storyline, so she continues to come after her. She also called Whitney the biggest liar, before adding, "Every single season we see her tell lies, and then at the end, we see the truth." Despite the ice thawing between them for a bit in Season 3, Lisa said that their friendship truly ended in Season 2. When Whitney brought a man to a party and told everyone he had slept with the happily married Lisa, she only found out about the man after the party. Lisa teased that fans have only seen the tip of the iceberg when it comes to her and Whitney's relationship in Season 5. Whitney and I get to a point, in Season 5, where I'm like, "You constantly lie about me. You make me have to tell the truth and you don't like that. You want people to believe your lies. Tell us, whose side are you on, Lisa Barlow or Whitney Rose? Sound off in the comments below." The snowy peaks of Salt Lake City were more than just a scenic backdrop to the increasingly icy tension between Lisa Barlow and Whitney Rose. What started as a few side comments and shady whispers had now spiraled into a full-fledged war, with Lisa Barlow doubling down and calling Whitney the real liar in their ongoing feud. Fans of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City had seen drama before, but this felt like a powder keg waiting to explode. It all began at the explosive girls' trip to Palm Springs. The normally serene desert oasis became the battleground where accusations flew like darts between Lisa and Whitney, shattering any semblance of friendship they might have once had. Whitney had been making waves with claims that Lisa was manipulative, calculating, and not as transparent as she liked to appear. To add fuel to the fire, Whitney hinted that Lisa had stirred the pot behind the scenes with the other housewives, setting them against each other while keeping her own hands clean. Lisa, always quick on her feet, wasn't about to take these accusations lying down. Armed with her signature confidence, she quickly turned the tables. In a series of heated confrontations, Lisa insisted that Whitney was fabricating stories to make herself look like the victim. With her eyes narrowed and voice firm, Lisa delivered her verdict. "Whitney is the real liar here, and I'm done letting her drag me through the mud with her false narratives." The two women's friendship, or at least their alliance, had never been the strongest. While there had been moments of camaraderie, there was always an undercurrent of tension between Lisa's polished business mogul persona and Whitney's free-spirited, spiritual approach to life. Whitney had often accused Lisa of being too focused on her image, suggesting that Lisa was more concerned about maintaining control and her queen bee status than forming genuine relationships with the other women. On the flip side, Lisa believed Whitney was trying too hard to play both sides, often spinning half-truths to make herself appear in the right. As the season progressed, Whitney doubled down on her claims, accusing Lisa of being disingenuous and self-serving. According to Whitney, Lisa had privately planted seeds of doubt in Meredith Marks' mind about her loyalty, while publicly maintaining a close friendship with her. Whitney believed that Lisa was working behind the scenes to damage Meredith and other castmates' reputations, all while keeping up her glossy facade. Lisa's reaction to these accusations was swift. During a confessional, her frustration boiled over as she slammed Whitney's tendency to paint herself as the truth-teller of the group. Whitney claims she's always honest, but let's be real, she's twisting everything to make herself look like the victim, Lisa said, her voice dripping with exasperation. She wants to play both sides, but I'm not buying it. She's the one spreading lies, not me. In a particularly explosive dinner scene, the argument between Lisa and Whitney reached a boiling point. Whitney, emboldened by the support of some of the other housewives, confronted Lisa about her alleged manipulation. With a glass of champagne in hand, Whitney accused Lisa of trying to turn Meredith against her by suggesting Whitney wasn't to be trusted. Lisa, however, wasn't having it. "That's rich, coming from you, Whitney," Lisa shot back, her voice sharp as a blade. "You're the one who's been going around telling everyone different stories. You twist everything to suit your narrative and then play innocent. I'm done with your lies." Whitney, her cheeks flushed with indignation, fired back. "You've been manipulating everyone from the start. You say one thing to their face and another behind their back. You're two-faced, Lisa. I'm just the one brave enough to call you out." The other women watched in stunned silence as the two went head-to-head, their argument drawing a clear line in the sand. But Lisa wasn't about to back down. She stood tall, her eyes locked on Whitney, and doubled down on her accusations. "You've been lying this whole time, and everyone knows it. You can't keep your story straight because it's all made up. I've had enough of your fake truths, Whitney." The feud didn't end there. As the episodes aired and social media buzzed with commentary, Lisa took to Twitter and Instagram to defend herself further. In a series of posts, she accused Whitney of playing the victim for sympathy and attention. "It's sad when people think they can make up lies and be the hero of their own story. Truth always comes out in the end," Lisa tweeted, adding a subtle dig at Whitney's penchant for stirring drama. Whitney, of course, wasn't going to let Lisa have the last word. She responded on her own social media platforms, defending her actions and doubling down on her accusations. "Some people can't handle the truth, so they call you a liar. I've always been upfront, and I stand by everything I've said," Whitney wrote, her words a direct jab at Lisa's insistence that she was the real liar. As the drama continued to escalate both on and off-screen, fans of the show were divided. Some stood by Lisa, admiring her unapologetic confidence and no-nonsense attitude. Others rallied behind Whitney, applauding her bravery for calling out what they perceived as Lisa's manipulative behavior. In true Real Housewives fashion, this feud wasn't just about one argument. It was about power, control, and who could claim the moral high ground. Lisa's accusations that Whitney was the real liar struck at the core of their dynamic, turning what was once a simmering rivalry into an all-out war. And as the season progressed, it became clear that neither woman was willing to back down. Whether Lisa's claims about Whitney being the real liar held any truth, or whether Whitney was genuinely trying to expose Lisa's hidden manipulations, one thing was certain: the battle lines had been drawn, and the drama in Salt Lake City was far from over. As Lisa doubled down on her accusations, fans eagerly awaited what new revelations or lies might come next.